Alrighty, this is number 3 from Module 4, Lesson 10, which was the constant rate equations. Now that we've completed problem number 1 and 2, parts A, B, C, and D, and we've seen how we can use equal proportions of constant rate to solve for any missing value or to create an equation with two variables, we want to see how we can use this equation to interpret or answer how many miles somebody is going to drive in a certain amount of hours that they spend driving. So let's look at number 3, and in this case, they've already given us an equation. In your problem for homework, your number 3, or actually in this case it looks like a number 6, it's going to ask you to create the equation based on the constant rate information. So this is like part D, what we did in part D for numbers 1 and 2 to build the equation, and then you're going to do what we're going to do now to fill out this chart. So scrolling back up, they tell us this information. The equation that represents how many miles Dave can travel is y is equal to 50x plus 15. Use the equation below to complete the table. So first of all, I also skipped while reading. I skipped this part. It says miles y that Dave travels after x hours. That means that the variables that they're using actually mean something in this equation. So the distance or the miles that he travels is represented by the letter y, and you can see the letter y here in the miles, and you can see the letter y here at the beginning of the equation represents miles. Then they tell us that Dave travels after x hours. So x represents the amount of hours or the time that he's been traveling, and we can see that x is represented here on the chart in hours and is also here in the equation. Okay, so if we look at that equation, y equals 50x plus 15, that means the amount of miles that he has driven is equal to 50, which happens to be his constant rate, times x, which is the amount of time he's been driving, plus 15. Now this 15 is a little different than anything that we created in our equations because we didn't have any plus or minus. Plus 15 sometimes in an equation can mean like, oh, he was stuck in traffic for 15 minutes. So there was a certain amount of time that he had to stop or we had to add to his traveling because it wasn't part of the constant rate. But don't worry about that. For now, I'm going to show you how to use this equation and substitute or replace in the amount of hours that he's driven into the equation and to get the amount of miles that he's driven. So although number 1 already has the hours and the miles done for you, and they've shown you what they've plugged into the equation, I want to describe to you what they did and how they got their answer. So the equation is y equals 50x plus 15. Remember, y represents how many miles he's driven, and x represents how much time he's been driving. So what we want to know is how many miles has he driven in 1 hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that equation y is equal to 50. And because the equation has the x there, and we have now been given a number for x, we're going to change or substitute the x with the number 1 that was given to us. And for me, I'm trying to make those parentheses. Remember that parentheses can mean something like distribution, and distribution means multiplication. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 50 times 1, and then we're going to add 15 to it. So 50 times 1 is 50 plus 15, okay, is equal to, and I'm going to just bring down this part, y is equal to 50 plus 15. Then 50 plus 15 is 60, so y is equal to, 65. 65. And since y is equal to 65 and y represents the amount of miles that he's driven, we're going to take this 65 and we're going to write the answer right in here. So this means that in 1 hour of driving, this man, Dave, has driven 65 miles. And if it's a constant rate, we actually don't necessarily have to use the equation to get this amount of time, because if he drives 65 miles in 1 hour, in 2 hours, if he has a constant rate, we would just think, well, 65 plus 65 because there's 2 hours of driving. But notice that down here they give you some weird numbers like 3.5, hours of driving? Or what about 4.1 hours of driving? Then it gets a little tricky because now we don't know, the constant rate that we have doesn't help us when it comes to halves or portions of the hour. So for 2 hours, we're going to use the same equation. Y is equal to 50x. But instead of x, we're going to replace or substitute x with the amount of hours. And in this case, this table or this chart is asking us to use 2 hours, and hours is x, plus 15. Okay? So now I'm going to do my simplifying. According to simplifying rules or order of operations, I do multiplication first before addition. So 50 times 2 is 100. And all this time, it's going to be equals y, but I'm going to wait to write that. So 50 times 2 is 100 plus 15. 100 plus 15 altogether gives me 115. And so y is equal to 115. And remember, y represents miles. So in 2 hours, he can drive 115 miles. Okay, I'm going to skip doing 3 hours. You guys can do the 3 hours. I'll write the equation out. So it would be y is equal to 50 times, and instead of x being hours, I'm going to replace that with a 3 plus 15. So you guys go ahead and get this one done for yourself. See what your answer is. What I do want to help you with is these that have decimals. There actually is no difference in how we're going to solve other than the fact that there's a decimal number, so we might have a decimal answer. And unless you're if the directions state to round to a certain point, you can round. I apologize, that's my dog Tyson. Or if it doesn't ask you to round to a certain point, you could keep all the decimals, but if it's a really long decimal value, then you can round to an appropriate value, maybe like to the 10th place or to the 100th place. So we're gonna use this equation that represents how much Dave can travel or drive in a certain amount of time. But instead of using x, which I was about to do, remember x represents miles. So in this case, they're asking us to say, hours. In this case, they're asking us to represent the amount of hours with 3.5. So they want to know after he's been driving for 3.5 or 3.5 hours, how many miles has he driven? We're going to use this equation to figure that out. So I'm going to get my calculator, my phone's calculator, and I'm going to do 50 times 35. Oops, I put 35, but it's 3.5. 50 times 3.5, and that's 175. 175. And then I'm going to bring down the plus 15, and I want to add those all together. So 175 plus 15 gives me 190. Oof, that's bad. Let me undo that. Together, that gives me 190. So y is equal to 190. So in 3.5 hours, he drives 190 miles. Okay? And you're going to do the same thing for 4.1. Y is equal to 50 times the amount of hours he's been driving, which is 4.1, plus 15. And you're going to solve it in the same exact kind of way. And you'll get an answer, y equals something. That something's going to go here, and it's going to go here, okay? So what I want you guys to remember is that I want you to try these. I know that it might be tough doing distance learning and learning from a video, but the good thing about videos is you can always pause and go back and rewind it and see a step that you're missing that you got confused on. What you are going to do for your homework credit is you're going to solve these next 3 problems, which happen to be very similar to the first 3 example problems. Number 4 has part A, B, C, and D. Shh, Tyson. Sorry, guys, he wants to come inside. Number 5 has part A, B, C, and D. And number 6, in this case, is a lot like the problem we just finished, but you have to create the equation also. If you need it, si lo necesitan, tengo copia en español. So I do have some Spanish-speaking students who might find that it's easier to read the directions in Spanish than it is in English. If you don't understand Spanish, please don't do the Spanish copy. It's the same thing. Do the English copy, but the Spanish is there if they need it. Alrighty, guys. Remember, ask questions if you need it. Thursdays are office hours, which is tutoring time. So on Thursdays between 10 to 12 and 1 to 3, I will be on my Zoom, in my Zoom classroom. All you have to do is find the link for Zoom and log in if you have any questions. Thank you.